What's up guys? We've had a lot of messages come through asking us to do a video concerning weight loss and how beginners should approach that. Tip number 1, how much are you eating? So firstly, we'll cover diet as a whole. Clearly, diet is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, to kind of nail down and get down to a T. You can be doing everything in the gym that you can, but your efforts will be wasted if your diet isn't on point. So to achieve the physique you want, make sure your diet is as close to perfect as possible. A lot of people like to overcomplicate it and use different methods. You know, we've all heard of the watermelon diets, intermittent fasting, cabbage soup diet, and even just crash dieting, not eating at all for 2 or 3 days, which again, we're all human, we're all gonna eat at some point. These diets all work well short term, but they're not sustainable. It's a kind of a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of deal, so you're never gonna get the most out of them. So what I suggest you do is, you go with a substantial diet that you can maintain, one that doesn't leave you starving, and you just look at in versus out. I cannot stress this enough. It's literally, that is all it comes down to when it comes to weight loss. If you want to lose weight, eat less, do more. Which brings me on to my next point, meal portions, meal sizes. Again, because you're eating so frequently, you have to eat less. Otherwise, you're going to put weight on, obviously. So, portions nice and small. You don't want to get too full. Don't go too crazy with it. I would suggest for most beginners, 3 main staple meals, and in between those 3 meals, you put 2 snacks. Snacks can vary. They can be anything from a piece of fruit to a low-fat yogurt to a handful of almonds. The last aspect of food, your sources. Where are you getting your food from? So, firstly, let's cover carbs. You want to make sure your carbs are nice and clean, so low GI. GI stands for glycemic index, low sugars, and it's got to be a slow release carb. Mainly you'll find these in whole grains, so you stay away from the white stuff and the starchy things. Whole grain pasta, whole wheat bread, brown rice, potatoes, the sweet kind, yams, pumpkins, anything that releases slowly. You know, oats is another very good one. As far as proteins go, you want to go for lean cuts of protein. So you stay away from the fatty meats like pork and bacon and God knows what else. And I'd go for lean cuts of chicken breast, lean steaks, lean turkey mince, lean turkey, steak. Also a lot better for your heart, and you'll take in less fat as well, which is pretty good. Fats, probably the most overlooked thing when it comes to those 3 aspects. A lot of people cut out fat completely, which again isn't the best thing to do because it's all about moderation. You need your fats for hormone production, also lubricates your joints, keeps your eyes, your skin, your nails all healthy. Make sure you get them from good stuff. Nuts is a very good one for fats. Certain fats around meats, so animal fats, can't be too bad. Again, everything in moderation is always key. Okay, so now you guys know how to eat, what to eat, how often to eat. The last thing I want to go through is organization. So a lot of you guys happen to struggle with that. A lot of you do 9 to 5s. A lot of you can't find the time to prep your meals, which I think isn't a very valid excuse. I can only stress the importance of being organized. If you're lucky enough to have someone to prep your meals for you, that's great. If not, there are smarter choices you can make. So when you go for lunch, or when you go to those social meets, or any of the other obstacles that get in your way, just making sure you make the right choices, stick to the 3 guidelines I gave you guys, and just go from there. So, to summarize, I'll break it down for you guys to make it even simpler. Weight loss for beginners, we called it that for a reason. So, number 1, meal timing. Making sure your meals are 2 to 3 hours apart, keeping your metabolism nice and high. Portion sizes, keep them small. Number 3, food sources. So making sure your foods are coming from nice, good, clean, whole grain sources. You're not getting any artificial E numbers, flavorings, unnatural stuff. You're keeping it nice and clean, as close to nature as possible is the best way, even from a health standpoint, not just from a body composition and how you look standpoint. But the main tip of them all is in versus out. It is literally that simple. If you look at your calories you're taking in, if they outweigh your expenditure, you're going to gain weight. If they balance out, you're going to maintain your weight. And obviously, if your expenditure is more than your intake, you're going to lose weight. So it's always tipping the scale in favor of the expenditure. So that's it. Weight loss for beginners is as simple as that. So stop overcomplicating it, stop overthinking it. Literally, in versus out, and just stay clean. Easy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be with you guys soon. Peace.